Glastonbury 2005, an ageing rock legend did not make an ill-advised comeback to awful screams of addled apathy while the cognoscenti muttered, "Get thee behind me," and the Illuminati said, "Stuff the next big thing," and discovered an awesome Scar Soul band in a part of the festival that did not previously exist and might well not exist in the material realm at all, but needs to be approached on a magical train from platform 9 3/4. This did not happen at Glastonbury 2005. At Glastonbury 2005, a crazed band of cider-swilling anarchists did not miraculously steal the show, leaving us believing that the fascist establishment had been shaken to its feeble foundations by the power of our boogie! Nobody shouted, "People have the power to change their lives," at me 26 times until I realised that they totally believed that. And then shouted, "People have the power to change their lives," at me 26 times until I realised that I did. Nobody shouted, "Hello, Glastonbury!" to 12 prone slumberers in the Jaipur chai tent as they strummed the first chords of a song they'd written called "Down with the Babylon, Up with the Avalon." I did not buy hash for cash, skunk, sensi or special brew. I was not entertained for the best part of an hour by a skinny leather-skinned hippie freaking out to the beat with a fluffy duck puppet dangling from his fingertips, animated by the groove of his transcendent life force. I did not perform in a production of The Tempest, which from the first spoken word was overshadowed by a real live tempest that howled and hurled and turned the ground into mud that we graded from solid to sliquid to slurry to splatlantic ocean. I did not pour pity on some poor soul whose possessions disappeared in the downpour, nor did I mourn the loss of old values that knew of the value of things. I did not feel a massive upswelling of joy as I found a patch of dry hessian just large enough to part my butt while John Otway played a selection of his hit. Nor was there a man who'd... I hate it when his joke gets more laughs than mine. I should perhaps write some more. But anyway, there was not a man who had painted his own penis with the dots of Aboriginal walkabout that luminously connected in the night with the dots on his similarly naked partner from the Valley of Fertility to the Hills of Plenty. I did not sit ticketless at the gates of security, sincerely believing out loud my own story that a friend should be meeting us there, while my girlfriend consoled me out loud and said it was not the fault of the security volunteers, there was nothing they could do. In 2005 there was no opportunity for the staff of security to overcome their structural impotence and allow us, by the power of our holy auras, into this alien Shangri-La that had once again landed on its favourite valley on Earth. There was no need. There was no fence. There was no gate. There was no security. In 2005, I did not sit with my best friend, close my eyes, and in a moment find myself looking down at my body, and in a moment at the tent with me in it, and then in a moment at the field with a tent with me in it, and then at the rolling hills of Somerset, and England, Europe, the great globe itself, yea, and the moon as the dew dissolved into one dot of light as I sped past Mars, the asteroids, Jupiter, wow, that red spot close up, and through the rings of Saturn and all the humorous and darker planets, and out into the void as the sun became one dot of light among many, and disappeared as I left the galaxy, which became a dot and disappeared as I left a cluster of galaxies, which became a dot and disappeared as I left a cluster of galaxies, which became a dot and disappeared as I left all that is, which became a dot and disappeared as I blitzed through the edge of the universe and thought, God, everything is nothing. And then found that going out was much the same as coming back in, as all that is appeared and approached, and a cluster of galaxies appeared and approached, and a cluster of galaxies appeared and approached, and our own galaxy appeared and approached, and our own solar system, Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, there's the Earth, back to Earth, Europe, Britain, Somerset, Pilton, the fairy lit field of Avalon, and into my body, kapow! And nothing is everything. Wow. This did not happen at Glastonbury 2005. It was not so intense. There was no gate, there was no fence, there were no people, nothing, no one, nobody was intense from the stone circle to the slurry pits. There were no tents, there were no people, no John Peel, no jester hats, no nakedness, no naughtiness, no tension between capital and idealism, no staring eyes, no dust, no flies, no smelly pants, no drunken rants, no Harry Krishna curry, no stillness versus hurry, no magical microcosm of the mundane and magnificent, no pretending to be sheep, no not getting any sleep, no waking to a spliff, no wondering what if, no bogs, no bongs, no fires, no songs, apart from the songs of the birds in the trees and the sound of the leaves letting go with the breeze. Because in 2005 I went in October in the car with my wife and kids, and we found something that did not previously exist.